Ang adventurismo ay kung ang layunin mo mag-grab ng power at ang military or armed forces of the Philippines will become the arbiter of power. But when the armed forces of the Philippines will stand by the interests of the people to protect the welfare and the rights of the people against an abusive and a corrupt government at ang gobyerno na nagpapahamak sa kanyang mamamayan, that is not adventurism. That is fulfilling the mandate of being the soldiers of the people. Nakalagay po dyan ang Armed Forces of the Philippines ay hindi private army ng presidente. They are the protector of the state and the people. Mr. Marcos or the president or for any time or any period is not the government, is not the state. Though the president may represent as head of the government and head of the state, but the entire state and the entire government cannot be claimed by the president alone. So sa tanong kung ang pagtindig ba ng AFP at pagsasalita laban sa communist terrorist operations, infiltrating the bureaucracy, and endangering the democratic institutions and the legal and democratic processes of our country, and making them become relevant again to become forceful in their infiltration projects and recruitment to the detriment and the safety of the people in the country. Mananatili bang tahimik ang armed forces just because they want to avoid yung kanilang sinasabing they cannot be political or they cannot be involved in political discussion in issues while they are in active service? That is a contentious issues na sinasabi ni Kaado Pagdinawan at namin nila kamintong. When you are defending the interests and rights and welfare of the people, being part of the most important pillar of democracy and state and government, which is the armed forces of the Philippines, that is not adventurism. That is fulfillment of your duty and mandate as stipulated in the Constitution, and that is not a political intervention. That is a mission that they should do to the people, to the state, and to the country.
Dagdag ko lang doon, in 2001, the military withdrew its support from the sitting president.
Yes, categorical yun.
And the Supreme Court did not say that it was unconstitutional.
Or adventurism.
In fact, the Supreme Court gave due process in the subsequent act of a constructive resignation of a sitting president.
Correct.
So there is a precedence, there is jurisprudence. No? Besides, I remember our good friend Alan Pagea, who should be with the ACH Philippines kung buhay lang siya. Ang hawak ko ng Pangulo as the top of the chain of command, as chief executive, and as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Philippines, is part of a derivative sovereignty delegated by the people
To the president.
to the president, the legislature, and the judiciary, a tripartite form of government. The president is not the only government, and especially when actions of the president is already showing signs of a conspiracy with
Enemies of the people.
enemies of the people. Bakit magsasign ang armed forces of the Philippines with a president and a speaker of the House who has turned their back on the people and has in fact is in bed and sleeping or snorting with the enemy?
Good point. Yeah.